Ahoy there, YouTube hunters. Brad Goodspeed here. So here I am showing you pretty much my entire haunt. I don't know that I've done this before. I revealed this much, sorry for the beeping, this much of my haunt prior to Halloween, but I've been working in Sketchup to make sure that a couple of the trickier things I want to do are all planned out sort of as well as they can be. So, whereas in the past I've sort of mocked up new sections in SketchUp and maybe shown you parts of that, this time I've got most everything there, not the props. I don't have all the pieces of furniture represented in here that I use in the haunt, but in some cases I have sort of rough objects there to represent them. So this is it. My haunt, as I have described before, is divided into 3 sections to maximize space. I call those spaces the tent, which is pictured here, the bridge section, which is sort of between the tent and the garage, and then finally the garage. Those are the 3 main areas of the haunt. So you have to picture these lines here represent the tent, which is a 10 by 20 tent that I rent every year. And this section in the middle here, the bridge section, is going to be made entirely out of wall panels this year, which I haven't done before. And then the garage is inside my single car garage. Yep, I squeeze it all into a single car garage, for those of you who didn't know that already. Well, outside of a single car garage, but you get my point. So the way it works is I'll just go through it here, what we're doing in some detail. I don't want to reveal all the things I'm doing yet because a couple of reasons. One, I want you to be a little bit surprised, and 2, I don't know for sure that I'm going to get to all of them, and why admit failure? Okay, so this area here where you first step into the tent, this is where our greeter stands outside the tent. And there's a facade in front of this, which is not part of this drawing. And this is going to be my first room. Last year it was sort of like a ladies' dressing room. This year I have something different and very cool planned, I hope. And I'm not going to get into it. But it's just the sort of negative space outside the wall panels and contained within the tent. And we hang fabric that looks nice on these walls. And to dress it up like a room. This area is entirely contained within wall panels. I call this room 2. And room 2 is where I've had Timmy in the past, and I'm going to change that room up this year as well. The object I have here, the object I have in this room is something I still have to work on. I'm thinking of having a fireplace or something in this room, still with an actor scare spot behind it. Oh, and in case that's not clear, these X's all represent actor scare spots. So they continue through from room 2 into room 3, which is basically just a hallway. But this is where I've had bitch and a clock in the past, and I will again. But what I'm adding this year is a drop panel here. I've had a drop panel every year. I wanted a second one this time. And the key thing is I wanted my drop panel that happens later I want them to feel like they've already encountered it. For the people who have come through a number of times and seen it a number of years, I want them to think, oh, I've already passed that, so that's not going to happen again, and then I'm going to get them again. This area right here, I have a new prop that I'm working on, which will go there, I hope, and I've hinted about it before, but I'm not going to mention anything else right now. They continue this way, and then the actor who was in here, who got them from the drop panel, can jump out at them here and chase them down this next hallway. So then you're leaving the tent area, and that's when you get into the bridge area. Now, traditionally, I had this out of just shipping crates. We'll be doing something a little different this time with wall panels, as I mentioned. And there's going to be an actor who will eventually be in this room who will be able to trigger a scare here. And I'm hoping to have ankle whips, air-powered ankle whips, to get their feet here. But otherwise, there'd be no actors in this room. So same as last year, you continue from here, and this door you push closed, and it actually obscures the actor access area into this hallway when this door is closed. So you push past it to get into this area, which is this sort of brick hallway I made that had, some of you might remember, it had a hole through this panel where there were skulls behind there. And this is all foam brick work that I did last year. And the actor who's here can trigger an air cannon, which goes off here, scares them, and then he can push this door closed and run behind and get them. This actor has access to video monitors, which are mounted here. Pardon me. Video monitors, which are mounted here, so he can see when they're in the right spot, and also check that there's no one in this hallway, so if he closes this door, he's not closing it in anyone's face. Then they move through this hallway into this back room, which is Mortimer Frank's office, which I'm not changing. I really loved the set that we did last year in here. Areas, you see here I have wall panels in here that doesn't appear to be anything. That's just bare wall in my garage, which is already painted up to look good in a haunted house. Pardon me. So this door can open and an actor can come out. I've been all through that with last year. Then in the video the other day I talked about what's going to happen here with the drop panel in here. Now I have again another door which is hinged to the bridge section out here. And what I will be doing in this circumstances, this is a way to hide the actor's passage again as they pass out of the garage into my final room, room 9, which is again part of the bridge section. And here we're building stairs. The stairs are going to disappear into a hole in the roof, hidden under the trusses of the roof section we're going to build for this. And I'm calling it the Harry Potter scare because the man under the cupboard is going to come rushing out. What I'm going to have is I've got a line on an antique wheelchair, which hopefully I'll be getting soon, and it'll appear to have crashed down these stairs, and there's going to be a man spilt out of them with a broken neck down at the bottom. And he's going to be sort of the center of attention. The lighting will be focused on him. And then when you're not looking, someone bursts out from under the cupboard and chases them right out of the haunt. So that's the plan. See how much of it gets executed. Hopefully all of it. Probably most of it. But you never know. So that's what I'm looking to do this year. Things are going to change. The plan will change. Things here will be abandoned. Things here will be improved upon, I hope. But that's the basic strategy. So you all know what I'm thinking. If I don't live up to at least most of this, you can come back and ask me, hey man, what's up? So until that day of reckoning, happy haunting.